I'm thirsty, I buy a bottle of water. I drink the entire bottle of water, and I throw the bottle away and free my hands for combat.
Andrew Tate was on to something about keeping your hands free. Or I promise you, this is the last video where I'm going to talk deeply about my day trip into Boston. It's just that I had a lot of observations and thoughts while I was out there. So I thought I'd get this one out there. I noticed a lot of people carrying reusable water bottles. So, me personally, I really like to keep the amount of stuff I have to carry around to a minimum so that I don't have to worry about it as much. Whether it's, I'm not going to get into detail about what I keep in my pockets, but anything I do keep in my pockets, I like to have some level of trackability. All I'm going to say is I have a lot of air tags. But anyway, one of the things I don't carry around that I generally consider dead weight, though I'm starting to reconsider that stance, is a water bottle. But before I get into why I considered it dead weight, how Andrew Tate kind of convinced me of that, and then how I'm starting to realize carrying one around might not be a bad idea. And if I do, I'm going to have to get a metal one because I only have plastic ones at the moment that I use at home. Be sure to give this video a like. Comment what you think about the whole hydration culture phenomenon and the trend of everyone considering it important to stay hydrated. The Stanley Cups. And don't forget to subscribe for daily videos of cultural commentary from a man caught between generations. Anyway, it all began when I was at Moonwalkers. I noticed people had their water bottles, those metal ones with the flip up lid. And it's not just during that. When I'm in my therapist's waiting room, I've noticed that people are walking around with cups that resemble those Stanley cups or whatever. I noticed it a lot more, and I kept my what I carried around to a minimum in the name of not having to as much to lose or not having as much to double check. Technically, I think I could have left my AirPods at home because I will say I did not use them that day. But anyway, I ended up buying 3 bottles of water throughout the day. First at South Station, the McDonald's there when I arrived. Then at the Boston Common. Then at Blaze Pizza in Cambridge. That was three 16-ounce bottles, totaling about 48 ounces of water. Definitely not as much as I probably should have been drinking, given that it was in the lower 80s that day and I walked, I think it was 20 minutes from South Station to Saunders Castle, and then only 10 minutes from Saunders Castle to the Boston Common. But I was in the sun for quite a while in the Boston Common. Oh, there was also walking around the Boston Common in the public garden. So yeah, it was kind of a hot day. My mouth was starting to get a little dry when my friend picked me up and we went to the Blaze Pizza. And that's why I ended up having to buy a third water bottle. And then when we got to the museum, I was good until evening snack at about 7:30, at which point I was able to get tap water from the cash bar because they had free tap water there, and I had to keep it. I wanted to not have so much because I didn't want to have to use the bathroom as much. Little TMI there. But suffice it to say, my avoidance of needing to use the bathroom worked out very well because I did not go until I did not have to go from when I left the house until I arrived at the museum. Because I don't know all too much about the bathroom situation at the Boston Common. I know that there are public restrooms there, but that's about it. I also know that I also could have gone into the bathroom at Blaze Pizza if I needed to, but I really didn't want to have to use the bathroom. Okay, enough bathroom talk. That's not what you're here for. Now, over the years, I personally didn't want to have to carry around a water bottle. I've always thought it was kind of cringe to hear people bragging about it, but now I'm starting to realize that maybe it was a bad idea to not bring one. In fact, it would have been useful to have. Even though I could. Yeah, it's just. I probably should have had one ready to go. I could have refilled it at the museum because they have those water fountains with the infrared sensor, water bottle refill stations. There are also water fountains at the Boston Common that I probably could have easily filled my bottle from. And I probably would have sweat out enough of it anyway that it wouldn't have been a problem. There's a clip of Andrew Tate out there of him bragging about how he prefers to keep his hands open or available, his hands free.
I know this is gonna sound, maybe I am crazy. Am I crazy? I think I might be crazy. He goes, well, I was thirsty. I was like, yeah, but it's half drunk. Yeah? Then drink it. This is true, right? I'm thirsty, I buy a bottle of water. I drink the entire bottle of water, and I throw the bottle away and free my hands to combat.
Andrew Tate was on to something about keeping your hands free or keeping as little on you as possible and just accomplishing the mission. I think it was only talking about the disposable bottles. God, I just remembered when I went to the aquarium, the Ben and Jerry's stand out there they sold water bottles that were made to be refilled, as the label said. Yeah, maybe being prepared is for the better. I need to figure out how. I realized from my experience of being dehydrated that I really should consider getting a water bottle that I can keep on me. I do have the ones you've seen in this video, but they're made of plastic. I would much rather have a metal one for when I'm on the go. You know what? I have nothing left to say about this. I'm going to wrap it up here for the video. You let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this, whether you carry a water bottle around when you go places like, let's just say the Boston Common, anything similar to that. You let me know how you make it work. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe for daily videos of cultural commentary from a man caught between generations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.